Hi friends, welcome to day 6. You don't need any props for today's class unless you like to sit on something. We're going to begin seated in Sukhasana with our right shin in front of our left, so feel free to sit onto a blanket, a cushion, even a chair here, or just sit on your mat. And then take a moment just to find a nice tall spine. Shrug your shoulders back, try to stack the chest over the hips and the crown of the head over the chest. And so today we're going to start with a breathing practice called Nadi Shodhana, which is an alternate nostril breath. It's when you inhale through one nostril and then exhale out the other, and then you go back and forth. And this practice is a very balancing practice overall. It's balancing for the physical body, the mind, the hormonal system. The only reason why you might not want to do Nadi Shodhana today is if you have a stuffy nose, and if that's the case, just breathe the best you can. So we'll be using our right hand. And the way you practice it is you tuck your index and middle finger in. You're going to use your right thumb to cover the right nostril, your right ring finger to cover the left. So you can bring your fingers towards your nostrils. Don't cover them yet. Let your eyes soften or close, whatever feels best. And just start by exhaling fully out of both nostrils. Try to empty the breath. And then inhale fully through the nose. And again, exhale fully through both nostrils. Inhale through both nostrils. Now cover your right nostril with your right thumb and exhale out of the left nostril. Now inhale through your left nostril. And then cover your left with your ring finger and exhale out of the right. Inhale through the right nostril. And then cover your right and exhale out the left. Inhale through the left. Cover your left, try to take a little pause. And then exhale out the right. Once you've emptied fully, inhale through the right. Cover your right, try to pause. Exhale out of the left. Inhale through the left. Cover the left, try to pause, retain the breath, and then exhale out the right. Inhale through the right. Cover the right, little pause. Exhale out the left. Now continue a few more times on your own. Try to keep the breath long, smooth, and steady. Keep the body relaxed, the spine nice and tall. Try to retain the breath, even if it's for just a moment before the exhalation. And now the next time that you exhale out of your left nostril, that'll be your final round. So after you exhale out of your left nostril, just rest your right hand on your lap. Keep your eyes soft or closed, and then just breathe naturally in and out of the nose. Notice if there's any subtle shifts in your body or mind. Notice how you're feeling in your body. Notice where your attention is. Notice the quality of your breath. And then let your eyes softly flutter open. And as you inhale, reach your arms out and up. Take a full breath in. Exhale, bring your hands together in front of your heart. All right, from here, bring your arms out wide to a T. Cross your right arm in front of your left and bring your hands to their opposite shoulders, and then just relax the elbows. Lower your chin in towards your chest. Drop your right ear towards your right shoulder. And then start to lean the head back slightly. Don't drop it back, and start to look up. And now start to lean your head to the left. Drop your left ear towards your left shoulder. Start to look down, drop the chin to the chest. Lean the head to the right, drop right ear to right shoulder. Lean the head back, but don't drop it back. Look up a bit. Left ear towards the left shoulder. And let's do one more big neck circle. So chin to chest. Right ear to right shoulder. Start to look up, don't drop the head all the way. Left ear to left shoulder. Chin to chest, and then lift the gaze. Relax your arms. Just look straight forward for a moment, coming back towards center. And then bring your arms out wide to a T. Cross left arm in front of the right. Bring your hands to your shoulders. Relax the elbows. Lower the chin to the chest. Drop the left ear towards the left shoulder and look to the right. And then start to lean the head back, but don't drop it. And then start to drop the right ear towards the right shoulder. Look down, chin to chest. Left ear towards the left shoulder. Just drawing these circles. Head goes back a bit, not all the way. Look up. Right ear to right shoulder. Chin to the chest. Left ear towards the left shoulder. And this is our final round. Start to look up. Right ear towards the right shoulder. Chin to the chest. And then lift your gaze, look straight forward, and relax your arms out in front of you. All right, shrug your shoulders back a couple of times. All right, and then from here, just switch the crossing of your shin. So now left shin is in front of the right, just to switch it up. Reach your arms forward in front of you about shoulder height. Curl your fingers in. We're going to get into the wrist a little bit. From here, turn your knuckles up towards the ceiling. So you're flexing at the wrist. Extending at the wrist, and then turn your fingers up to face the ceiling. Draw your fingers as far back as you can, almost like you're doing a plank. Curl your fingers in. Turn your knuckles down towards the ground, and then aim your knuckles as far down as you can. So now you're flexing at the wrist. And breathe, keep the shoulders relaxed. Roll the knuckles up. Once they're up, spread your fingers like you're making stop signs with your hands. Draw your fingers as far back towards your face as you can. Curl your fingers in. Turn the knuckles down. Go as far down as you can. I'm just stretching the tops of the wrists. Roll the knuckles back up. Spread your fingers really wide and draw your fingers as far back as you can. Notice if this is hard. And if this is hard, imagine how your wrists are feeling when you're doing a full plank. So these are super good to do daily just to warm up the wrist. Curl the fingers in, turn your knuckles down, flex, breathe. And then last time, knuckles up. Spread your fingers, point them up, draw your fingers back, and then just relax your arms. Good, okay, a little wiggle, shake it out. Now from here, we're just gonna get into the shoulders a little bit. So you can rest your left hand, just keep it on your lap. Reach your right arm forward with your palm facing in. As you inhale, reach your right arm straight up towards the ceiling. Notice if your ribs are puffing out, direct the front ribs down towards the frontal hip bones. And then notice you can't really send your arm any further back. So from here, turn the palm out to the right, so your thumb is facing forward. Start to swim your right arm behind you. Try to keep it as straight as you can, go as far back as you can, a little further back, and then lower it. Bring your right arm down by your side, and then just pause. Your fingers might graze the floor. Now send your right arm back. Go as far back as you can with your palm facing in. Eventually, you kind of hit this stopping point. So now externally rotate the shoulder, turn the palm out, and then go a little further back, and then reach the right arm up. Your palm is facing in. Take a breath in, reach a little higher. Exhale, send your arm down in front of you. And now start to sweep the arm behind you and pause. Go as far back as you can until you hit that roadblock. And then turn the palm out, externally rotate the shoulder, reach the right arm up, and let's go back one more time. Start to send your arm back behind you. And you really won't be able to go too far until you need to turn the palm down. So you're internally rotating the shoulders. Send your arm a little further back now. Send your arm down by your side, and then rest your right hand on your lap. Reach your left arm forward, palm facing in. Inhale, sweep the left arm up. Try to keep the ribs in, the spine still. Send your arm as far back as you can. And then to open the shoulder, externally rotate it. Turn the palm forward. Turn the thumb down, the palm back. Send your arm a little further back. So now your left shoulder is internally rotated. And then sweep your left arm down by your side and pause. Keep the palm facing in. Send your left arm behind you. Go as far back as you can. Reach a little more. Once you hit that roadblock, open the shoulder, externally rotate. Maybe go a little further back and then sweep your left arm up. Lower the arm down in front of you. Sweep it down by your side. Go back. Turn the palm out. Sweep your arm up. And then lower your left hand down on your lap. Okay, come off whatever you're sitting on. Move it to the side. And from here, come onto your right side. Bring your right hip to the ground. Bring your right forearm to the mat with your elbow under the shoulder or a little ahead of it. Bring your knees in towards your chest. And just rest this left hand on your left hip. Now imagine there was a block behind you. Sometimes I will have us practice this with a block behind the hips just so we don't move the pelvis forwards and backwards. But for today, just pretend and try to keep your pelvis super still. So right now your legs are stacked. Imagine there was like a teacup on this left thigh. And then with your next inhale, just lift your left leg off the right, but keep the shape of the leg. And then as you exhale, lower. So inhale, lift the leg. Try not to shift the hips back. And exhale, lower. And just 3 more times like that. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Notice if the hips are moving. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift, and hold. Now from here, aim your left knee up towards the ceiling. Your heel will go down, so you're externally rotating the left thigh in the hip socket. Bring your knee back towards neutral, and then turn your left knee down towards the right knee. Internally rotate. And then come back towards center. Turn the knee up. Externally rotate. Try not to move the hips. Come back towards center. Turn the knee down. Internal rotation. Come back towards center. Open the knee up. Come back towards center. Turn the knee down. Come back towards center. Keep your leg neutral. Send your leg behind you. Keep the shape of it. And then slowly bring your knee back forward. Just do that 2 more times. Send your leg behind you. So now your hip is in extension. And bring the leg back forward. 1 more time. Send it back. Bring it forward, and then lower your left knee down. Swing yourself around and come onto your left side. Left hip, left forearm down, left elbow just ahead of the shoulder. Bring your knees into your chest and imagine again that there was like a block behind your hips, so we're trying not to move the hips and the pelvis. Keeping the shape of the right leg. Inhale, just lift the right leg off the left, and then exhale, lower it. It's as if we were balancing a teacup on the right thigh. Lift and lower. Lift, keep rooting down through the bottom arm. Lower. Let's do 2 more. Lift, lower. Try not to lift the hips. Lift and stay. Now from here, you're going to turn your right knee up towards the ceiling. External rotation of the hip. Come back towards neutral. Rotate the right knee down. Internal rotation. This is usually harder. Come back towards center. Externally rotate. Rotate the right knee up. Come back towards center. Notice if your hips are moving. Turn the right knee down. How about 1 more, each one? Neutral. Rotate out and up. Neutral. Rotate down. Neutral, keep your leg as it is. Send the right leg as far back as you can without moving the hips. And then bring it back forward. Go back. Bring it forward. Let's do a few more. Go back, forward, a simple motion, but try to keep the rest of the body still. Back and forward, back and forward, and then place the right knee down. Come to a comfortable seat again. If you want to sit up onto something, grab it, and then stretch your legs out in front of you. You can bring your hands behind you. From here, just start to draw your toes back towards your face and then point them away from you. And do that a few more times. Just pointing and flexing. All right, and now bend your knees, bring your feet to the ground. Come into a bear stance with your feet nice and wide. Start to knock your knees side to side. And whenever I do this, I always slide forward a little bit. It's totally okay. Feel free to stay just like this, or if you want to try no hands, walk your hands in. Try to do this with no hands. I'm falling off my blanket. Add a little twist in if you'd like. And then come back towards center. Come to a comfortable seat, a nice cross-legged seat. Rest your hands on your lap and find a nice tall spine. Draw the shoulders back. Notice how your body is. We didn't do any fancy or crazy movements, not a lot, but we did get into the neck, the wrists, the shoulders, the hips, and the feet, all within just a short amount of time. So we're going to end today just as we started, which is with Nadi Shodhana, but this time we're going to do a hands-free Nadi Shodhana. So it's not going to be as an intense effect because you're not using your fingers to cover your nostrils. It's a much more subtle effect, and sometimes these subtle practices require you to quiet the mind, to slow down and really tune inward a bit more. Rest your hands on your lap however it feels best. Find a nice tall spine, and then soften the eyes or close the eyes, whatever feels best. Take a breath in through the nose. Take an open mouth clearing breath. Start by breathing naturally in and out of the nose. Even inhales with even exhales. Every breath in, maybe imagine the breath moving up from the base of your spine to the crown of your head. Every exhale, the breath moving down from the crown of your head into the bowl of your pelvis. And then with your next inhale, not using your hands at all, breathe in, try just through the left nostril. Imagine breathing in through the left nostril, and then exhale through the right nostril. Inhale through the right nostril. Exhale out the left. Inhale from the base of your spine through the left nostril, up your spine to the crown of your head. Try to hold the breath at the top. Exhale down the right side of the body, down the spine into the pelvis. Pause at the bottom. Inhale through the right side from the base of your spine up to the crown of your head. Exhale down your left side, down the spine into the pelvis. Inhale through the left, base of the spine, up to the crown of the head. Try to hold the breath. Exhale down the right side. Keep the breath slow and steady. Last time, inhale through the right. Pause at the top, retain the breath, and exhale through the left. Breathe in through both nostrils. Breathe out through both nostrils. Come back to a steady, even breath here, in and out of your nose. Notice if there's any shifts in your body. Do you feel more relaxed in some parts, more open, more grounded? Notice the effects in your mind. Do you feel a little more calm? And then consider bringing one of these effects into the rest of your day with you. And bringing your hands together in front of your heart. Take one more breath in. And a clearing breath out. Thank you so much for practicing. I will see you tomorrow. Om Shanti. Peace.